What's going on? Hector here from My Credit Sharks. Just wanted you guys to know I'm the guy in the video. We got a client on the line with us today, giving us a testimonial, and he's going to say a couple things that I'd like to share with my clients, my leads that are on the edge of would they be signing up with us or not. Let's just talk a little bit about it. But once again, Hector, My Credit Sharks, I introduce to you now. Angel, take it away.
Hey Hector, how you doing? Nice to finally meet you in person, face to face. We've been together quite a few months now, and ever since I let you take the wheel on, helping me fix one of the worst problems that a person can have, which is credit. People don't understand at a young age how important credit is, and you was able to make me feel comfortable. And hey, listen, man, I'm real happy. My family's really happy with everything you've done, the progression that we've made in my credit. It's just outstanding, man. I want to tell everybody that's listening, listen, Hector's the guy to go to, man. If you have any type of credit problems, credit issues, you don't feel comfortable, he will make you feel comfortable. He will guide you. He will lead you. Let him take the wheel. And trust me, you will have no regrets, as I have none.
Great, great. Thank you, man. Thanks for those kind words. We work hard for every client, trying to do the best we can. Obviously, you know that we also hold you responsible. And, if you want better, we're going to help you get there better. Angel, let me ask, where you located at?
I'm located in South Florida.
And how did you hear about us?
Actually heard you. I heard about you guys online, man. I was just web surfing, and I was trying to get out the hole, man. And I found you guys online, and hey, listen, I gave it a shot, and it was the best thing I could have done.
Great, great, great. Angel, what was the problem you had? What was at least one or two problems you had when you found my company, when you made that decision? Because I know it's about making the decision of, hey, you want to get this fixed. Name that one or two problems, really short. What was that problem you had on your credit?
Well, listen, I'll be honest with you. My credit was bad, and when the pandemic hit, I was working off the books, paying cash. I wasn't worrying about credit. After the pandemic kind of neared down and I wanted to move to Florida, I said, listen, I gotta get a house. I gotta get a car out there. And those are the two biggest things that I was worried about. I wasn't worried about having a credit card. I was more worried about having a good credit score so I'm not turned down on any loans or anything like that. That was my main issue.
Great, great, great. And do you remember roughly what your score was at the lowest point at one point?
I think I was like at four, man. I think four. There was a point, I think it was 438, to be honest with you.
Mm. And why did you want the better credit? What were you trying to do? What's the why? Because I always like to ask what's the why. And I think I remember what you said back then. I'm not looking at your account now, but everyone that signs up with me, I always ask the why, because that's what really drives me to do a better job and stay aggressive. What was that why at that point?
Well, I was being turned down for a lot of things, man. Credit pay plays a real big factor in your life. Believe it or not, if you go to rent an apartment and your credit is not good, they're going to ask you for those 3, 4 months security. So I was making a big move with my family. My son was on the way, and I was making a big move to Florida. I didn't want to be turned down. I wanted to make sure that when I brought my family out to Florida, I was going to be good with credit wise.
Yeah, and I remember correctly, you said you was working and you had the funds, but it was just connecting with the right person to actually take charge and help you with that. You told me you was very busy and you just needed help with that, and we took on. Okay.
Correct.
And so let's talk a little bit about once you're in the program, how's the communication? Are we responsive? What's your take on the communication between us and our clients?
Yeah, so I mean, the first couple of times I needed, some answers. I remember you sent me a text right away, and you gave me your personal number, and I called you, and I was speaking to the man himself, which that doesn't happen much with businesses. You don't speak to the person in charge. And I felt very comfortable when you told me that you were the CEO. So I was like, wow, I got the CEO on the line. Now I know, I'm dealing with the right person. So I felt very
Right.
comfortable with that.
Great, great. I appreciate it. We try to be communicative. Sometimes our sign-up calls can take sometime an hour, depending on what it is and how many questions people may have. But if a call comes in and I can't get to it, sometime my team will pick it up. Or if
Right,
not, we'll just text you and you could text right back. But we're very responsive. It doesn't matter. It could be 7 days a week. It could be on a holiday. You text us or call us, we're most likely going to get back to you.
right.
Um, now, as you was in my program for several months, I mean, the monthly updates, you notice that we try to send you a text message with a link to like a video where you can see exactly what happened. But for the most part, we also ask you, hey, reply and let us know you got it. So there's that communication. That communication is tied in with the monthly updates. That's what we would do,
Right. So
correct?
I would get those text messages monthly with pretty much an update, which was another thing that I loved about signing with my credit sharks, that I was getting monthly updates, and I was actually I was surprised. I would get an update out the blue, and I'm like, oh wow, these guys are really working on my credit, and I was seeing the credit score go up. I was seeing things being deleted. I would go in and check the credit myself. I know you used to send me the text messages with the updates and everything nice and formal. I was able to see it. So that was a plus.
Yeah. And finally, right before I ask the part of the last question of this interview, I want your permission so I can share some of your credit um, progress here without showing any personal information, maybe just your name, but no emails, no nothing like that, or phone numbers. Do I have permission to do that?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and try to share a screen. I'm going to go on here and I'm going to actually scroll down. As you see here, Angel here. Okay. And just let's look at some of the things we got deleted for you. Okay, let me refresh this screen again so everybody knows is live and it's right here. Okay. Okay. Angel Melendez, uh, here's some of the stuff we disputed. Inquiries we take off all day, every day. So if you see the word deleted, that means it got deleted. Okay, some of them may be still in dispute, but that also depends when they came in, right? So if someone came in last month, it might still be there. Okay.
Right.
So if you see the orange is mostly disputed, um, the greens can be either positive or negative. And here on this JPMCB card, these two accounts was positive on these two credit bureaus, but on this one, there was something that they reported negative that we went ahead and took off. As you see here, this Capital One, we was able to get one off, but we're still working on these two negatives. So some might fall off quicker than the other. They're three credit bureaus and they don't work together. But then
Right.
you got the positive accounts, and you see more negative accounts, not just inquiries, right? You see stuff like, what is this? NSA, NYS. What is this here? What is this?
NYS. That's
Is that
probably
child support?
NYS.
New York State. Is that child support?
It could either be child support or it could be a student loan.
Okay, so here's some federal loans, right? This is part of student loans, you just say. And this I want to show people because people ask me all the time, can you get rid of child support? Can you get rid of bankruptcies? Can you get rid of student loans? This is a federal loan right here that got deleted, got deleted, got deleted. Okay. So these are the things that we see, whether it's a child support, student loan, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's reporting negative, you as a consumer have the right to actually get it removed. Okay. Let's keep going down. Once again, some more. I believe this is child support because it's New York State, and I know that's how they report it. Everyone know acceptance now. Okay. We got these deleted. ERC is a collection company. Deleted, deleted. Some of them are still in dispute, which we have another update coming up for you, I think, within the next day. I just checked that as well. Capital One, people have problem with Capital One all the time. Self is something that we told you to put on at one point as a positive
Yeah, that
account.
was a
Follow.
suggestion that you guys gave. Correct.
So a little further in the program, we don't focus on the score in the beginning, but we focus on the score once we got some deletions and you put self on and it did boost up the score as promised.
Which I
Okay.
actually signed up twice. I actually finished that program and I just signed up again.
Years ago, I did the same thing. It's so easy just to continue. They're already taking it, and it becomes like a savings fund, right? And then they send you one
Yeah,
big lump sum at once you finish that term, and all that does is help your payment
I actually
history,
use
right?
it. I actually keep using it. So I
Did you get the
started the
card?
program again.
Did you get
I
the
got the
card when?
card. Yeah, I got the card, and now I'm up to, I don't know, like $2,000, and it's just my money that I'm using. But then I pay it back, and it reports to all the credit bureaus. So that was, I actually thank you for those pointers that you give me. I
Yeah,
wanted to let everybody know too that, my credit sharks, they give you pointers on how to boost your credit as well as while they're getting things deleted for you and boosting your credit.
that's right. That's right. You learn very well. So self here, you can see it reports to all three. It's on two different lines, but it's reporting to all three credit bureaus. One, two, three. As you can see, these accounts numbers, just the first couple of numbers. We also had extra, which was one we said to put on. They only report to two, and when they don't report to the other, that's why people have different scores, and people wonder, well, why my scores are not the same. Now, this was a negative account. Okay, Merrick Bank, we got rid of them. Credit One Bank, we got rid of them. Whatever it is what they were reporting, whether a late payment or whatever it is, collections, we got rid of them.
Yeah.
Some more child support, milestone. Um, you can see it here. I mean, you guys get the picture. You guys get the picture. Bunch of deletions here. And the list goes on. I mean, we've deleted so many things for him that put him in a better position, but he's been in the program for a long time. He said he wants to keep on going. We still got some work to go. Would you say it's an overnight thing? It's not an overnight thing. Would you say that?
No, it's definitely not an overnight thing. I would recommend that everyone be patient and just stick to it. Don't jump into the program and drop out because you think things are not moving fast enough. You need to be patient. This is all patience. Trust me, let Hector take the wheel, and he's gonna take you to your credit score that you're dreaming about.
Got it, got it, got it. And look, my final question, I don't want to keep you too long. My final question to you is, would you recommend this to any single mom, any single dads, any couples,
Absolutely.
anywhere where you are in your partner life? When you wake up and you make that decision, I want to get it done, that has to come within you. Because you know and I know if you don't do anything, that's going to stay there forever. It really
That's
is.
right.
So, would you recommend us?
Yeah, absolutely. I have recommended you, and you actually have a couple of my friends signed up as well. So
Nice,
I
nice.
have recommended you. Yes.
Nice, nice. And even though I don't know who those friends are, just to remind you and anybody else that wants to recommend someone, if you give me their name and they for sure signed up, we'll give you a $50 just so you could go ahead and get yourself a good dinner. So Angel, if you got those names, let me know and we'll send that to you right away. I
Okay.
want to thank you. I want to thank you for taking the time out and doing this with me. It's just being open with my clients, and just thank you once again, man. And
Hey, of
just keep
course,
keep
man.
it up.
Thank you. Thank you also, man. Thank you for everything. And hey, listen, we're on the road to recovery on that credit score. So I'm happy, and I'm sure everybody else who will join my credit sharks, you're gonna be happy. I promise you.
Great, thank you. Have a great time, man. Have a great
All
night.
right,
Take
you
it
too.
easy.
Have a good night.
All right, bye.